Time, not space. No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Hello, and welcome back to I Don't Know What You're Talking About with Erin and Garrett. I'm Garrett, and with me as always is Erin. Erin. Erin's here.
Was that you bringing me in?
Yeah, I need to think of how I bring you in. Thank you for waiting this time. I always try to think of a question to ask you, but I never know whether or not to launch into it right away. My question was, what's your ideal sleep situation?
Probably like a year in like a tropical location with open air.
Like a palapa?
Yeah, with like the perfect temperature and silky sheets.
Erin and I stayed in a palapa in the Yucatan one time, which was like a bed on a concrete slab with like giant mosquito net fabric everywhere. And our friends from Colombia thought it was such a funny word because they don't say that in Colombia. Apparently, it's a Mexico thing. What kind of temperature would it be?
81.
Oh, okay, it's quite warm.
78 to 82.
I was watching a TikTok or a reel recently where this guy was talking about how great it is to sleep during a thunderstorm. That it's such a fun dichotomy when you're like inside your warm, cozy house, but it's raining outside and there's thunder going on.
I love that too.
It's really cool.
It is really nice when it's cold outside and you're in a warm bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about camping sometimes is you're like real snugged up in the sleeping bag. Your whole body's warm, but your face is cold.
And then you get out in the crispy air in the morning.
Yeah, like crispy. Well, for anyone who's new to the program, I Don't Know What You're Talking About is a show that takes place at our kitchen table where Erin and I were a married couple. We have 2 children, but we, after the kids are in bed, bring some topics to the table.
Hours.
After dark. No, it's not that kind of podcast. We just talk about some things that we are in our same orbits and circles, and then we talk about some things that aren't in our same orbits and circles. I moved on from Venn diagrams. I'm going 3D with orbits.
3D Venn diagrams. Ooh.
That's basically what the solar system is.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Related to your topic last month.
Baby names?
Yeah. Today.
You're pregnant. I knew it. There was a glow.
Yeah, what are you looking at right now?
I'm looking at these reusable eye patches that are... No, that's not what they're called. The under eye... What are they called?
I guess they're eye patches, eye strips.
But eye patch denotes that it's like it's covering your eye.
You're right.
Under eye masks?
Yeah.
Bag buddies? Not that you have bags.
These are called forever eye masks.
Right, they're reusable. You just got to spread the serum on it. On them. Wait, what did that have to do with baby names?
Oh, you said I was glowing. I'm not pregnant.
Okay.
But today I saw a post about banned baby names in the U.S.
Was RoboCop or Marijuana Pepsi on there?
No. But I'll tell you what is on here.
Okay.
Okay. Banned baby names in the U.S.
Okay.
include King.
King? Did Trump ban that one recently?
I don't know. It's weird.
It is weird.
Queen.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Santa Claus. Majesty. And Nutella.
Wow, it's weird that so many of them are like royal. Nutella.
And then @ also.
You can't just be an @ sign.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it'd be too confusing to get on social media. @ At. It's those things in Star Wars that walk around. Those big dog robots.
Yeah, you can't be that. I want to look into this more because there's people named King and Queen.
I've definitely met dogs
Latifah.
named King. What?
Queen Latifah.
Is that her given name?
Never know. Inappropriate titles, yeah.
Nutella was my favorite.
Yeah, what? Oh, yeah, you're right. RoboCop is on here. Wait, does it say Linda's on here?
Linda? Linda, honey, listen. Listeners, if they haven't seen it, should definitely Google that sassy little kid talking to his mom who's named Linda. He's like, Linda, honey, listen.
Oh, Linda is banned in Saudi Arabia.
Whoa, why?
Don't know. There must be some meaning that,
Oh, like maybe it has a double meaning and...
or that word means something.
Huh, interesting.
Chief Maximus is banned in New Zealand. RoboCop is banned in Mexico. Sex Fruit is banned in New Zealand. Snake is banned in Malaysia. Friday is banned in Italy.
Friday?
Islam is banned in China. It's meta. Sarah is banned in Morocco.
Wow.
Osama bin Laden is banned in Germany. Metallica is banned in Sweden.
But that's the actual band. Like, they can't go there, right?
Right. This is separate from baby names.
Right. That was a mini story inside all.
Prince William is banned in France. The Devil's banned in Japan. Baloo is banned in Italy. Circumcision is banned in Mexico.
The name, right?
Yeah.
You can still get circumcised in Mexico.
Quran is banned in China. These go on and on and on. Wait, Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii is banned in New Zealand.
Oh, I did come across that one in my baby name research, but I didn't go into it.
Wow. But there's a crazy one that's banned in Sweden, and now I'm super curious about it.
Is it IKEA?
I can't say it. I mean, I don't know how to say it.
I can't say it. It's too...
Okay, so this is a name that a Swedish couple tried to give their son in 1996 as a protest against Sweden's naming laws, claiming that the name was pronounced Albin. The name was rejected by the court. So things are added to this list like after people try to name their kids them. That's why there's some really specific ones. Because this one is BRFXXCCXMNPCCCCLLLMNPRXVCL MNCKSSQLBB11116. It's banned in Sweden.
That sounds like a Roman numeral for a Grimes Elon kid.
Yeah.
That is nuts. That was a protest?
Yeah.
Way to bring your kid into the politics without their permission.
But that's probably also why the Tallulah does the hula from Hawaii is on here.
You think that was a protest name as well?
No, I mean like someone tried to name their kid that and then it was rejected.
Yeah. Wait, did our kids' names have to go through an approval process, or did they just not get red flagged by the system?
I don't know. Maybe when Vital Records does double check that you're not on the banned list when you...
Yeah.
Or the hospital when you do your birth certificate. I don't know.
Our son is named RoboCop 2 and not just RoboCop.
Yeah. Nutella is banned in France.
Listeners should look up a graphic of how much sugar is in Nutella. It's like over half the bottle is pure cane sugar. It's no bueno. Should I do that again? It's no good. It's better. Well, Erin, do you want to talk about what we've been watching, what we've been smelling, what we've been pushing up a hill, what we've been wearing on our feet, what we've been applying topically?
I feel pretty obsessed with Task.
Yeah. Task
So good.
on HBO Max, starring Mark Ruffalo. Did we talk about it last week? We hadn't started it, right?
It's what we needed for the fall.
It's a weekly show that comes out on Sundays on HBO Max. Yeah, I feel like we haven't had a weekly show where we're looking forward to episodes coming out on a certain night. So Sundays, we're back, baby.
Yeah, it's the mayor of Eastwood.
Mayor of Easttown.
Easttown.
We did mention this last
Makers,
week.
yeah.
That we wanted to get into it because we talked about Mayor of Easttown.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark Ruffalo is really good in it. And
Yeah, how much do we want to spoil of
Which
a
is
show
really
that's
good.
relatively new?
everyone should watch it.
It's a crime procedural, but it's giving me kind of Wire vibes where I care as much about the quote unquote bad guys as I do the quote unquote good guys. And there's really not a distinction between the good and bad guys that much because the good guys are pretty flawed and have their own crazy things going on, and the bad guys also have their reasons and good parts to them.
For sure. Yeah. Pretty equal across the board and who like The Wire, who you're connected with and the backstories and all that.
I feel like there was a lot more mystery in Mayor of Easttown. Like, weren't we for the whole season kind of trying to figure out what happened to a person that got murdered?
Yeah. Good point. In this, you kind of know everything that's going on.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more like, what's going to happen? Like, this is getting wild, and how will it resolve itself?
And we watched a show last night called Dying for Sex.
Yeah.
It's Michelle Williams and Jenny Slate.
Who's the guy in that? I meant to look up because I know him from something.
I think it's really good too. It's sad.
But it's also kind of tongue-in-cheeky. Wow, the guy that plays her husband has been in like 1 million things. But none of them are jumping out at me.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him.
I do recognize him from something. But I do like the style of the show. I like that it's comedy-based and heartfelt. I guess we could say the premise, right? Because you find out pretty quick. It's about Michelle Williams is married to this dude, and she has gone through a bout of cancer and kind of gotten through it, but then the cancer comes back, and she's pretty sure that she's going to die. Should I say that part? It's a spoiler like halfway through the first episode.
Yeah, we should have said fast forward if you don't want to hear the spoiler.
Oh, yeah, that's what podcasts do.
Yeah, I like it, and I really like Jenny Slate in it.
Yeah. I really wonder what it's like to hang out with Jenny Slate, because it seems like she's kind of playing a version of herself in everything. So she seems like a fun hang. Not quite the Jenny Slate from Parks and Rec. I think that's over the top her.
Yeah. But that's what we're watching.
Yeah. Our friend recommended Dying for Sex. And so far, it's going great.
Yeah. Thanks, Jenny.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Are we talking about moving objects or non-moving objects?
Well, mine is a video.
That's moving.
Or live photos moving.
When you hold your thumb down on them.
There's this video that was like viral like a few months ago of someone that like caught an alien on their door cam. Maybe you saw it on Instagram.
Did you show it to me?
Probably. I mean, it's, everybody's like, it's either AI or it's just like a weird, whatever, like
Like a lens flare or something?
yeah. But then, and I saw it months ago, but then today it popped up for some reason that someone shared it. And then like the first comment was, wait, I see a person wearing all black and the white is what they're holding. And that broke my brain because the white to me is the
thing.
alien. Yeah. And so now I can't get my eyes to see anything but the white space.
Wow.
And I'm like, is there a person that, here, I can show you.
Wait, I think I'm seeing it. I think I found it. Or, well, is this kind of like the dress thing where it's going to be either gold and white or blue and black?
Is it this one you're seeing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, hold on. Oh, I see what you mean. I'm watching like a from the news, so like people were talking about it, so they showed it for like half a second.
Yeah. I think the thing I'm trying to get my eyes to see is, does the car get covered up? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if there's a body there besides the light colored, it would cover up that car.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like too quick for my eyes to.
You should tell listeners how to find this video, or we should put a link in our
Yeah, we'll put a link on the
episode description.
Instagram.
But yeah, I see that it's like in the corner of this ring cam or door cam that it kind of looks like the bulbous head of an alien. But I think you're right that could be somebody carrying something.
Yeah.
Is that the argument?
Yeah, someone said, I see a person wearing dark clothes carrying 2 white grocery bags.
Oh, that could be true. I don't think this is definitive proof of aliens. Also, what does the sign say on their porch? Dear God, hold on. Dear God, I want to take a minute not to ask for anything from you, but simply thank you for all I have. Well, it's affirmation they have on their porch.
I know.
And then an alien walked behind it. Or 2 grocery bags. The jury's still out.
I think regardless, like, I don't really care that much for this video, but now I'm mad that I can't get my eyes to see the 2 grocery bags, and that because of how my eyes keep focusing, all I can see is that
Right.
positive space, and I want it to be able to, I want it to switch for me.
Have you ever watched those videos of like, I think there's that one of that cat, the shadow that's spinning,
Yeah, exactly.
and then
That
everybody
kind of
sees
thing.
it spinning different ways, or you can actually make it go back and forth.
Yeah. I want this to be a switch for me, and I can't get my eyes to see anything but the alien.
That's so funny when your brain does that when you actually get the switch, but then you can't go back to the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a loss of innocence. Like,
Yeah, I probably won't be able to see this alien once I see these grocery bags.
it's true. Well, enjoy that alien while you can.
I will. I'll really soak it up.
What have we been eating?
Made good lentil soup tonight, and we had a picnic, Wednesday picnic night.
Yeah, our daughter wants a once-a-week picnic dinner, and we've done it 2 weeks in a row. Yeah, that was a delicious lentil soup. Ooh, also, should I tell them about that Molly Ba's lentil recipe that we made?
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Should I just tell them all the steps so people can make it if they want?
Sure.
Okay, guys, fun.
Get out your paper and pen.
Yeah, and all your pots and pans.
Open your notes app.
So this dinner, you're going to need some sort of sausage. It could be like, we used a kielbasa from Olympia Provisions.
Yeah, don't bring us into their lawsuit.
Erin, cut that Olympic part out. I want to get sued by the Olympics. And then you'll need like some French green lentils, an onion, some Dijon mustard, celery, parsley, olive oil, salt, black pepper. So you cook these French green lentils. Oh, am I boring you, Erin? She yawned. You cook these French green lentils by boiling them, and then in the meantime, you take your sausages and fry them in the bottom of a Dutch oven to get them like kind of cooked through. Although we used a kielbasa, so I sliced it up on a bias and started browning them in the bottom of the Dutch oven. Then you remove the sausage from the Dutch and put in chopped onion and garlic and let that kind of get translucent. Then when the lentils are done, you throw the lentils, you rinse them and throw them into the Dutch oven with the onion and garlic and some Dijon mustard and a little bit like a cup of water. And then you let that get kind of saucy. And then in the meantime, you take celery, slice it on a bias as well.
So much bias.
There's a lot of bias in this recipe. And then
Explicit bias.
yeah. Oh, zest a bunch of lemon into the sliced celery with olive oil and salt, and then a bunch of chopped parsley, and then squeeze half the lemon into that to make like a dressing salad thing. And then you serve up the lentils in a bowl with the chopped sausage on top, and then the celery salad on the side.
And the celery salad, we got really good fresh celery, which I think made it because you wanted that like.
I'm going to say spring for organic, too expensive, fresh out the store celery.
Yeah, it was kind of like dark green celery.
Yeah.
Not the like washed out stuff.
Yeah. Man, I wish our garden celery had done better.
Yeah.
Our garden was pathetic this year.
Yeah. It was a sad garden year. But our celery looked really good. Like the color in our garden was so nice, but it was so skinny.
Yes, it was like little pencil stalks.
Yeah. I ate that delicious dish you're talking about the next day with lots of sauerkraut on top of it and chips. Sauerkraut and chili crisp, and then ate it with chips, and it was so good.
Yum.
Now I want to make it again.
Yeah, it was tasty and easy and relatively cheap. And I love a technically 2-pot dinner, but almost a 1-pot dinner.
The other thing we're eating is my cousin came over to babysit last night, and she brought Coconut Bliss vanilla ice cream and an Oli Pop lemon lime soda to make floats. Shirley Temple floats. She also brought some grenadine, like that roses grenadine. So we had little floats tonight.
Yum. Yeah, such a treat. It's been a while since I've had a float of any kind, let alone a...
Lemon lime vanilla coconut one.
Yeah. I do like floats that aren't root beer floats. Don't get me wrong. Love a root beer float. But I like when floats get a little creative.
Anything else we've been reading, listening to?
I'm still listening to some like wedding music of a specific genre that I don't want to talk about.
An undisclosed genre.
Right. Hold on, I'm checking the... No, I don't think I have a lot of listening to, actually.
I listened to the second season of that Bear Brook podcast I think I talked about last week. But the second season's a whole different story, and it's a really interesting story. I mean, true crime.
Nice. Any more details you want to give?
No, spoilers.
Okay.
It's just good production. The New Hampshire Public Radio storytelling.
So every state has its own public radio, but New Hampshire's crushing it.
This guy, after he did Bear Brook, they started a kind of long form documentary style reporting team in New Hampshire Public Radio called like the Documenters or something. So this is like new to... It caused like a whole new team there.
Because of the podcast popularity. Nice.
Yes. There's a bug up on the wall.
I feel like there's a lot of bugs around. We got the fruit flies. We got like spiders are thriving right now in this tepid fall weather.
Our daughter made 4 fruit fly traps with ACV after school today while I was in meetings.
I noticed we're out of apple cider vinegar now.
There's, yeah. Yes. We need different chairs for the podcast. These are squeaky and
Should
not ergonomic.
Should we do beanbags for sound?
No.
It would look cool. And if we ever go video, like on YouTube, we could each be in our giant love sack. Mm. That was like a Marge sound.
It just gives me like 2012 podcast vibes.
All right, 2025, it's all about ergonomic chairs.
Maybe we need to be like outdoor podcasters or something.
Hiking,
Yeah.
like your original podcast.
Yes. Perfect. We could lay on the floor. We could be bed podcasters. Bedcast. Pod bed. Bed
That's
pod.
gotta exist, right? There's gotta be couples that do that.
For sure. Sounds cozy.
What do your eye patches say? Is it a French word?
Do?
There's an extra letter in there.
D-I-E-U-X?
Okay, sure. Dia.
D. Did I say it right?
Yeah, and you rolled your eyes at the same time. Well, do we have any other standing agenda items like what are we planting? What are we cleaning?
MacGuffin?
There's something in our grapes right now. So listeners should know we've got a huge grape vine on the side of our house, and it is prolific. Like tons of grapes coming out this. So then there's a lot of like possums, raccoons, sometimes rats. And there's something outside our open window right now that's making noise in the bushes. Erin has just locked the door. Our dog was focused on the window and now does not care. She will bark at a grandma walking down the sidewalk, or do you want me to shine the giant flashlight on it? All right. Do you want to come?
We weren't able to find anything out there. Nothing was there.
All right, listeners should know we grabbed the tactical flashlight, which is 10,000 lumens. We scoped out the grapes. There's either something being very still in the grapes or nothing's there.
I'm just picturing this like frozen possum staring at us, hiding behind one of the branches.
Just like one leg in midair.
Yeah, exactly. What that reminds me that I am reading is with our daughter, I'm reading a book about a hamster named Humphrey.
Humphrey the hamster.
Yeah. And he's like a classroom pet. But the writing's really good.
Oh, really?
Enjoying it.
Is this a library book? Mm-hmm. It reminds me of that Adam Sandler movie where he's an iguana.
Leo.
Yeah.
I loved that.
That was better than I thought it was going to be.
I want to watch that again.
Yeah, I thought that Leo movie was really well done. Heartwarming, decent amount of jokes. Also, something you could watch with your kids, and still a lot of the jokes might go over their head and are more for the adults sometimes, but aren't necessarily too inappropriate.
Yeah.
That's always the balance with like a kid's movie that I will also enjoy, and there's some good humor for me in there as well.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to remember, like, I feel like there's a movie from animated movie from a long time ago that I felt like was like the first one that did that so well. Like it was like an early, like 15 years ago or something, and it was like everybody was surprised at how they were able to build in a bunch of good adult jokes, but that went over kids' heads.
That does sound familiar. Are you thinking of Leo?
No, 15 years ago.
Oh.
Okay. Cut
All right.
that out.
Yeah, we're going to cut all this. Welcome to... I don't know. I was going to pretend like we were starting over.
You did.
But you didn't laugh or react. You just stared at me.
I was processing. I was thinking that my topic is a little ironic for this being less smooth episode than normal.
Oh. Aaron, cut that out. So you never tell them that's not a smooth episode.
Okay. I'm just trying to make light of it.
So, before we get to our topics for the evening, for the last 5-6 episodes, we've been playing a game I like to call Name That MacGuffin. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba, chicka-da-da-da, bum-bum-bum. So, for anyone who's not familiar with this game, I'm going to say a movie, and then Aaron's going to have to name the MacGuffin that's in that movie. If you've never heard of a MacGuffin, it's like an object or thing or noun that drives the plot of a movie. Sometimes there's different interested parties that are trying to get it, like the classic, Raiders and the Lost Ark, that the Nazis and Indiana Jones are both trying to get the Ark. And so we don't really care about the Ark that much, but it drives the fun in the story. Is that a good description?
Yep.
Also, frequent listeners will know that I am running out of MacGuffins and trying to find more. So if you have a MacGuffin that you'd like us to do on an episode, and we can mention who submitted the MacGuffin, go to IDKWYTA pod on Instagram and then send us a DM of the MacGuffin that you have thought of, and we'll do that on the show. We'll see if Aaron can get it.
Did you just ask me if a muffin's ever been a MacGuffin, or was that someone else?
That was me. I asked you if a muffin has ever been a MacGuffin.
Also, I was listening to the radio this week, and there was some story, and the guy's last name was MacGuffin, and it was cracking me up.
Well, one of our listeners sent a picture of a MacGuffin's restaurant to us, and it was right next to an AMC theater. And he was like, that's got to be not a coincidence.
We should tell them we get them.
We get what?
I just feel like we should tell the owner of the restaurant that we understand that.
We should go record an episode in MacGuffins.
Yeah. Field trip. On site.
IDKWYTA is hitting the road.
Yeah. When are we going to tour?
Soon, for sure. All right, Aaron, I'm going to name the movie, and you tell me the MacGuffin.
Okay.
That was a good one. I like it. Labyrinth.
The baby?
The baby is the MacGuffin. Nice work. Yeah, her little brother that gets abducted by the Goblin King. I forget why he wants the baby. Oh, it's because she, curses him. She's like, I wish you were never here.
Yeah.
Or something like that. And then the Goblin King is like, well, I'll take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
A.K.A. David Bowie.
I have one for you.
Oh, well, shocking twist of events and Name That MacGuffin.
No, I just thought of it.
Okay, hit me. I would love to play Name That MacGuffin.
What's the MacGuffin in Death Becomes Her?
Oh, the potion.
Yeah.
You didn't seem satisfied with that answer.
No, that's a good answer. I was thinking it could be that or eternal youth.
Right. But that's granted by the potion, right?
Yeah.
But that's also almost kind of a reverse MacGuffin because it ultimately becomes something they don't want.
Right.
Because once they die, spoiler alert, they can't actually die, so their bodies keep decomposing, and then I think eventually they wish that they'd never had the potion.
I love that movie.
It's so good.
Incredible.
Amazing cast.
Should we do that for Halloween?
Those costumes?
Yeah.
Are you going to have a hole in your stomach?
Yeah.
I'll dress up like Bruce Willis and just be an alcoholic.
Okay. I'll be Isabella Rossellini.
It's a good look.
Trick-or-treating in our neighborhood with our kids.
On a rainy Portland evening.
Yeah.
Let it be clear and dry for Halloween. Those are the best in Portland. And when it's raining, it is rough. Especially when you're only wearing gems to cover your chest.
Oh, who just wore an outfit like that?
Wasn't
I'll
me.
have to look. It was to the Emmys. Yeah. Oh yeah, Jenna Ortega.
Oh, was that Wednesday?
It's reminiscent of Isabel Rossellini.
Okay, it wasn't like a nod to Isabella Rossellini and Death Becomes Her.
I'll show you. I'll put it on our Instagram too.
Okay, show me before the Instagram viewers see it.
You get a sneak peek.
Oh, that could be a nod to that. That's pretty similar. I realize that it's different in a lot of ways, but it's very similar.
Yeah.
But I think the skirt with the slit is what makes me really think of it. Like, pull up a picture of Isabella Rossellini too.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, but even look at this picture with the full body. Do you see the slit up the side?
I see the slit.
I think that's an absolute nod.
Jenna Ortega recently paid tribute to Isabella Rossellini at the 2025 Emmy Awards by wearing a jewel-encrusted, transparent-like top that mimicked a famous outfit worn by Rossellini's character in the 1992 film Death Becomes Her. Ortega's outfit featured a bold, dark red lip, understated smoky eyes, sleek, pulled-back hair, completing the homage to Rossellini's iconic style. Everybody's like, yeah, but bring back the eyebrows.
I kind of want to get a poster for our house, a framed poster of the Death Becomes Her poster. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But it features Isabella Rossellini holding the potion, wearing that. I think that's what she takes off in one scene. It's like that purple robe. Maybe it's when she gets out of the pool. Mm-hmm. That movie's fun.
It's a good, like, fall and Halloween movie, too. Just the creepiness of it.
Yeah, why has it not been in our Halloween rotation?
Yeah, it is now.
Also, speaking of holiday movies, I want to make sure that we hit the holdovers for Christmas. That one with Paul
Totally.
Giamatti. Mm-hmm. I've been wanting to watch that again. Bad. So good. All right, Erin. Well, I've asked you to the kitchen table tonight so we can explain a couple of topics to each other. It is customary that we do a rock, paper, scissors game to decide who's going to go first or who's going to be the decider. We're going to go boom, boom, shoot. Best 2 out of 3. Are you ready? Oh, Erin's rock covered my scissors. Oh, paper, paper. Rock, rock. Paper covered Erin's rock. Erin's scissors cut my paper. Wait, did I win at some point?
2 out of 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, you won 2.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then I won.
Play back the tapes. Roll back the tapes.
Well, I'm going to let you go first tonight, Erin.
Yes. Finally.
I think it was just 2 episodes in a row where I went first.
Roll back the tapes. Okay. I have a topic about an article I read that I thought you would find interesting because sometimes you talk about how, like, small talk with acquaintances is kind of awkward.
True.
Yeah. So I read this article about how, like, I think it's called something like "You're probably doing small talk wrong."
I probably am.
And I found it really interesting because it talked about a better way to chat with, like, acquaintances or people you don't have that close of a relationship with to build kind of that connection and spark with them. I think the best word that describes it, and I'll walk through some of it and some of the examples, but like kind of a riffing style, kind of riffing back and forth on what they're bringing up to create a shared reality with the other person.
So, sorry to cut you off, but this is for people that you're not necessarily, like, good friends with. This is people that you're kind of acquaintances with.
I think the focus of it is on small talk, like that like instead of like, oh, hi, how was your weekend?
What
Kind
have
of.
you been up to lately?
Yeah,
How is your job?
exactly. It's instead of that. And I think primarily like I'm thinking about coworkers, acquaintances, someone who works at the grocery store, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For example,
For example,
hypothetical.
so yeah, our culture's conversational rituals revolve not around playful co-creation but around exchanging formalities. Consider the small talk classic. How was your weekend? Convention dictates you keep your answer brief and toss the question back. Good, just binge some Netflix. You? The conversation proceeds predictably. Took my dog to the park since it was nice. Oh, I have a dog too. What kind is yours? Blah, blah, blah. That whole exchange just keeps disconnection.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there, which I think totally relate to. Instead, if these two people strayed from the script and riffed off of each other, they might begin to feel that connection. Like children, skipping the boring getting to know you and jumping straight into the pretend play.
Yeah. It's hard to find that adult play.
Here's the second example. How was your weekend? Good, but I spent way too much time watching people make tiny food on TikTok. Whoa, like dollhouse size? Yes, if you want to learn to make lasagna in a bottle cap, let me know. That's hilarious. We could organize a tiny food potluck and fit the entire spread on this coaster.
Keep going.
Ha, and we need tiny furniture too. Should we ask that guy over there that's wearing the Carhartt to build it? Carhartt shirt to build it. There was maybe a few other examples, but that spontaneity of riffing off of what the person's saying in the moment rather than sticking to the convention of what you're supposed to ask back.
But I feel like there was no riff in the beginning to get it started. Like somebody tried to do the dry check-in, like, what did you do this weekend? And the other person had to get creative and be like, not much. Watched a lot of TikTok about this crazy ass shit.
Yes.
Like, that's not a riff. That's
Well, to me, this feels like the other person didn't read this article. So you're riffing off of, you're having to start this.
just the word riff to me is like somebody says something and you're kind of bouncing off of it and playing off of it.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe I don't understand the word riff.
But you think both people have to be riffing from the beginning?
Well, I guess it has to start somewhere for you guys to kind of go back and forth. But yeah, it requires that creative comment in the beginning.
Yeah, I just think this one, like, what'd you do this weekend? Or how was your weekend or whatever? Like, that other person is playing it safe, just normal small talk.
Right.
But then you're starting the riff culture vibe.
Okay.
You're like,
By throwing something weird out there.
yeah, I watched way too much tiny food on TikTok. And then it invites that, like, a little more of that, like, playfulness, and you're co-creating this, like, imagery.
This is similar to something I do with my students every Monday, is that I ask them about their weekend, and they have three options. And the first option is always, what was the highlight? Mm-hmm. The second option is, what was the food? What was something delicious that you ate? And the third option, I rotate, but it's always like, I try to do like an opinion thing, like, what's your favorite comedy movie? Or, you know, what's your favorite breakfast cereal? Or do you think pineapple belongs on pizza? Yes or no? Like,
Oh, I like that.
yeah, so it gives like multiple entry points, because if you're just like, what's the highlight from your weekend? The kids are like, I rested.
Yeah, it's the same with, like, asking a kid, like, how was school?
Exactly. It has
Those,
to be
like, creative
focused.
connection points.
Was there anything funny that happened? Like, was there anything unexpected that happened today?
This talks about riffing doesn't require you to be funny or witty, just being attentive and embracing spontaneity. When riffing, speakers resist the urge to counter every observation with their own example, but instead build bridges to new ideas. That reminds me of, or can you imagine if, to create kind of like connection and inside jokes.
I feel like these are improv rules that you're talking about. Like here you do a yes and. Like when somebody tells you something like, that's great. And have you thought about this?
Yeah.
This reminds me of our friend who works in like kind of a corporate environment and he was on like a Zoom meeting or something. And there was a spot where they were supposed to share about their weekend or something like that. But it was so incredibly awkward. And he like diffused it by just being kind of silly and funny and like chatting with them. And then when it got quiet again, he was like, so do you guys believe in Bigfoot? Which is a hilarious thing to ask coworkers that don't know you that well.
I was thinking about this whole conversation about an outbreak that was from this nacho cheese at this rural convenience store because they weren't cleaning the machine. They were just adding cheese constantly.
Oh. I think we might have done that. No, we had a different system at Regal Cinemas back in the day. There's restaurants that do that where they're like, we've been using the same soup starter for 45 years.
Perpetual stew. Yeah, there's like one in Thailand or something that's been going for 45 years or something.
That's insane.
Maybe they have it dialed, but
I mean, I would try it.
I don't know that we do in
we don't have a 45-year nacho cheese in
or whatever.
Northeast Oregon.
But then after that conversation with these coworkers, there was a conversation about exoskeletons. Have you heard about these? That help people.
Exoskeletons in general? Like on bugs?
Like robot-y outfits that help people like run marathons or like do repetitive tasks. Like there's exoskeleton arms for like farmers so they don't get arm injuries and stuff.
Sick.
Yeah.
Can I get one for disc golf?
But somebody was talking about one of them or something was like, how do you clean it? Like, and someone's like, I don't think you do. I think you just become the nacho cheese. Our friend Philip said that.
Oh, nice.
But I feel like it's that kind
Phillip.
of like playing off of, you know, it's playful. It's with coworkers, but it's like you're creating this shared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the toughest part for me personally is that when somebody starts with that, what have you been up to lately? That it's hard to jump in and diffuse and be like, hey, what's your favorite cop movie?
Yeah, you have to be ready to like get it going.
Right. It's almost like you have to have a list of like conversation starters.
Which feels counter to the whole like riffing spontaneity.
Exactly. It
vibe.
should be in the moment.
Yeah. There was a study where they paired strangers to chat online about ambiguous images. One prompt showed a drawing of 3 people sitting around an empty chair and asked, what are the people in the picture talking about? Some simply described what they saw. 2 participants imagined a seance gone wrong because of a character named Carol. Seance? Ha ha ha. Damn it, Carol, you forgot the Ouija board. LOL. Dear spirits, move this chair up into the air if you wish Carol would have brought the Ouija board and made this easier for everyone. It was the co-creators, the one who treated conversation as an opportunity to build a momentary reality belonging uniquely to them, who felt the strongest spark and were most eager to talk again.
This is fun. I like it. It's almost like a life philosophy.
It creates a feeling of having some merged minds and inhabiting shared reality. Patty Smith described her relationship with her husband as silent synchronization of the jewels and gears of a common mind.
Whoa. Damn, Patty.
Ooh, and then it does start talking about like college students who are study partners and that connection, and healthcare workers that have had like some shared experiences and being on the same wavelength. And I feel like both of those I relate to quite a bit with like people that you go through college with, or you're like in some intense courses, and then also like people that I went through, coworkers I went through COVID with. And that, I mean, some of it's like trauma bonding.
For sure. I guess college could be trauma bonding, but that one hits hard for me of like those go to a coffee shop for 6 hours and
Yeah.
you just get so like almost like loopy, like you let all your defenses down where you just have to kind of be yourself and the other person has to either accept or reject.
Yeah. And that's where you make those connections.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's where you're like, yeah, you just get to be such good friends because you're like, oh, you're a weirdo and I'm a weirdo. Everybody's a weirdo.
It's funny, my brain goes back to Celeste and I
was
in
thinking
college.
so much of Celeste.
That's so funny.
A lot of your college.
Yeah, that piece I wouldn't describe as trauma bonding, but there is like something lighter than that. Like when I've had, that feeling when you go vent with coworkers after work. Feels so good.
I know of that. I don't have a ton of coworkers.
Do you remember when I used to work at the daycare?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, you guys would.
We'd go to that bar. What was it called?
Rose and Thistle.
Rose and Thistle. And it was just to vent. This is different. That's different than, I guess, what we're talking about this, like, spontaneity. But it's kind of in the same. These, like, shared experiences and shared community realities.
Well, I think it kind of gets at the, like, just being people being real with each other.
Yeah.
And not just, like, going off the script.
That's exactly our aim in conversation then shouldn't be surface level commonalities. Instead, we should ask ourselves, what could we create together in this moment?
Should we do some role playing real quick?
Sure.
All right. I'll be the boring coworker, and you be the one that's ready to riff on the
Okay, I'll
on the
try.
time.
It's kind of late, but I'll try.
Oh, hey, Erin.
Hey, hay's for horses. Do you like horses?
No, I'm allergic. You're being pretty rude right now.
Oh, I had an allergy once, and okay, let's start over.
Is that a lie that you've never had an allergy? Is that what you couldn't think of?
I was trying to think of something interesting about it, but I was like, maybe I'm reverting into the small talk thing where I'm just like telling facts instead of like fun shared reality.
Should we switch roles and I'll try to be creative and you be boring?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, hey, how's your day going?
Oh, it's going good. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
One time when I was camping, I feel like I saw Bigfoot out in the distance.
Wait, time out. Is this true?
We're not in our role play anymore. Or was that part of the role play?
Were we camping together and you didn't tell me?
Camping Gorilla is the name that our friend calls Bigfoot.
Yeah, shout out to our buddy Sam. He was outside. Our buddy Sammy. He was outside of a bar and he couldn't remember the name Bigfoot. So he was doing this motion of like cupping his hands backwards. I don't know how to say that. Like,
yeah, with like your fingers pointing backwards, parallel to your hand parallel to the ground.
And he was like walking away from us and turning and looking. And he was like, you know, that camping gorilla thing.
Okay, should we switch to your topic?
Are you done?
Yeah.
I really like your topic. I think you're right that it should be more spontaneous and fun and creating something new. But I feel like I need some like ideas on lock to be like, but maybe that's against the. Like
I know, because I can think of people that are like that. You know, when it feels like too forced and you're like, that felt rehearsed, or like,
right. Do
you were trying to be funny, or
100 men versus one gorilla? Like, who would win? Like,
yeah.
Actually, yeah, we had a friend like that where they had like a reserve emergency conversation topic for road trips. And I'm with you that I was like, don't pull that out because That goes against the spirit of conversation.
Well, with those coworkers, I wished that I had just listened to a podcast about perpetual stew. And I was like, I should have talked about that, about the nachos. But I think my guard was up a little bit because it was coworkers. And and it was people, most of them I don't know, like at all. And I feel like just like letting that guard down and having like an openness to being real and being genuine and goofy.
Yeah.
And that's like it's harder for introverts and just hard to do sometimes.
I think about this so much with teaching because some of my best teaching times have been just being like in the moment, goofy, riffing with students. And it feels so fun and awesome. And I feel like in the last few years, I've gotten into more of a like where I don't interact like that as much. Like I'm kind of more business oriented towards like getting things done because we're on a schedule and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, this job sucks if you can't like connect with students and like, you know, have some fun with it. And it's hard to find those entry points where it doesn't feel super forced. Like it has to be organic.
Yeah.
And it's so nice, like on the flip side, where students offer that opportunity where they kind of make a joke and then you can jump in there and be like, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. I think you're right. It does have to be organic. I don't think you can have pre-thought of things. I don't think that gets at the point of like that connection and goofiness.
But even in the moment, like if something pops into my brain, like I sometimes don't say it to a student because I don't want to come off as like cringe or mid or sus or...
Yeah.
Okay, are we ready for my topic?
Yes.
Okay. I just have to remember what it is. Oh, here it is. Okay. So, Erin, we have been teasing this topic on the podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about Julien Miquel. Have you heard this name before?
I'm not sure.
Well, you may have, and you would definitely recognize his voice because...
Oh, yes.
Julien Miquel has been featured on several episodes where we...
I think he's our most frequent guest.
Oh, that's very true. I should have searched the popularity of his name last week. So, first up, Julien has 2 million YouTube subscribers, which I think is a lot. He has 58,000 videos that he's made. And he has 995 million video views.
Okay.
Any questions about those numbers?
Well, I have a bunch of questions, not about those numbers, but I feel like maybe it's things you're going to get to, so.
Well, you want me to continue or you want to ask him?
I'll ask them I'll say them, even though maybe you're going to get to them. I'm curious where he lives, how old he is, how he got into this, and how he knows how to pronounce the things.
Yes, I am going to get to a lot of these things. Okay, so, Julien Miquel. I am going to talk a little bit about his like life and how this came to be, but my entry point tonight earlier was looking at his YouTube page and looking at what his most popular videos are. So his most popular videos are on how to pronounce words. He does pronunciations in English and like a lot of other languages too, like French and Spanish and Italian and Japanese. But his like, if you sort by most views, his like top videos are really funny. Like how to say sex in like Japanese and sex in Chinese and sex in German is like, they have like 15 million views. They're like huge. Some other like more interesting ones, if you scroll down, of ones that you might expect people Googling are like charcuterie. How about I give you a spelling and you tell me how you think you pronounce it?
Okay.
Okay, this is a popular last name in Vietnam. Nguyen.
When?
No. Oh, well, according to Julien Miquel, it's pronounced Nguyen.
Nguyen. Okay.
Which I've heard it said Win or Nguyen.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had tons of students with that last name.
Yeah.
Also theorized how to pronounce Elon and Grimes's kid X Ash A-12, which I didn't know the AE combination is Ash.
Mm-hmm.
But I think he was theorizing that it's XA A12 or something like that. But he thinks it might have been like a joke, and they actually call the kid something else. A lot of Irish ones on there because there's like, those Gaelic names and things like that, like Siobhan.
Siobhan.
Yeah. Nice done. Euro, croissant, gnocchi, the Irish name Aoife.
Wait, say it again.
Aoife.
Aoife.
Yes.
Aoife.
Yes.
Oif.
Close. Aoife.
Aoife. Not close.
Like but he's just got such random videos, like the champagne brand Veuve Clicquot, which, yeah, is just a lot of, well, he has a lot of French things because he's French himself. He's was born in France. I'm getting to that. Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. Other popular videos are like Berea, which we just talked about recently. Berea, like you got to roll the R a little bit.
I think it's not the rolling, it's is it Berea or Berea, like where the emphasis is.
And that's something he does in his videos, is like talk
Yeah.
about where the emphasis should be.
But say it again how you just said it.
Berea?
Berea.
Berea. I always think of, I had somebody tell me once, like a Spanish speaker, say that the double R is like a pot of tea, but you say it really fast, like patati, 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 and it's like a little in the middle. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I always think of like Berea, like you have to like hit the tongue twice on that R.
Berea.
But I'm very bad at it.
Berea.
Don't make me bring up Julien Miquel and
Okay.
make him pronounce it. Hors d'oeuvre. Orders. Dieu. Eye masks. That was on there as well. Bruschetta.
Yeah, I always say bruschetta just because I feel like it.
Well, I feel like you and I always talk about bruschetta as being like,
Caprese.
right. Yeah.
I know, like just in our home, I use those interchangeably. I know they're different, and bruschetta. Maybe I say that sometimes. But like my grandma always like chops up tomatoes with olive oil and basil and salt, and then does some like toasty baguette. And that's definitely, I think of that more as bruschetta or bruschetta.
I think you're right. I think it's the toasted bread that makes
Yeah.
it bruschetta. And then you can do lots of different toppings, like garlic and tomatoes, or
Yeah.
cheese and olive oil, or
Yeah.
yeah. Porsche, the car. It's not pronounced Porsche, it's Porsche.
Portia de Rossi.
Yeah. Sade. This is one of his most popular videos. It made me laugh.
I mean, Sade.
Yeah, Sade, aka Sade. Which, shout out to Sade. Love.
Shout out to
Sade.
Sade.
He just turned into Sean Connery. I feel like Sade is how Sean Connery says like Saturday or something like that.
Friday, Sade, Sunday.
Friday, Sade, Sunday. Shout out to Sean Connery. Acai berry, which, remember when I first encountered that word? There was some soda or something called Zola acai.
Acai, yeah.
Anytime I saw it in grocery stores, I was like, Erin, Zola acai. So, Julien Miquel was born in France, and he started learning...
In what year?
45 years ago. 1980.
Oh, that is insane that's 45 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bring it up. But he started learning English at age 10 after living and working. Well, he also lived and worked in Spain and Italy, so he became fluent in French, Spanish, Italian, and English. So he's a little bit of a linguist. His main passion is not pronunciation. It's he's a winemaker. So he wasn't. I mean, he spoke a lot of languages, but he wasn't famous for pronunciations. He got into the wine world. He became like a winemaker and wine aficionado. He traveled the world learning wine techniques, like in the Bordeaux region in France, in Sonoma in California, and in Tuscany, Italy. In 2015, he was considered one of the top 10 most influential winemakers in the world. So, had a big time with the wine. In 2019, he started making pronunciation videos on YouTube for French wine names because people were pronouncing them wrong. So he was like making pronunciation videos. Like Chateauneuf de Pape, which, do you want me to spell that for you?
Yeah.
CHATEAUXNEUFDEPAPE.
Okay.
Chateauneuf de Pape. But it just kind of spiraled from there. I started making lots more videos on food pronunciations that were people were pronouncing wrong, vocab and expressions. And now he does like celebrity baby names and things like that. He has like 60,000 videos. He doesn't claim to have the definitive pronunciation, but what is probably, in his words, the most common pronunciation around the world. So he's not like an expert. He's just kind of using his knowledge to come up with what he thinks it should be sounding like. His videos are most popular in the United States, UK, and India. I found a Reddit thread where people were discussing him, and one user said that his Japanese pronunciation videos are awful, like not the way that people would say them at all. He's just putting like his own European pronunciation on them, which seems crazy to put out these videos that this is the proper pronunciation.
That is kind of crazy, but it does make sense to me that for other videos, he's like, I mean, if no one else is doing this,
right?
And it's hard to find the like actual quote unquote like right pronunciation. Like, who decides what the right pronunciation is? So it's like if he does a little bit of research and believes it's the most common,
right?
But besides the Japanese ones.
Another Reddit user that really cracked me up said that it's really funny to him that people are looking up this dude with a heavy French accent to learn how to pronounce Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines. Also, his wiki page only has one comment on it because his wiki page is real short. And the comment is, quote, "I really don't think this person is notable enough to have a wiki page." Maybe true. His most popular video, Erin, it has 29 million views.
Whoa.
Which is huge for a YouTube video. But it's just the words blue film.
Blue film?
Blue film. Which I was severely confused by this when I was going through his most popular. Like, that is by far the top one where I was like, what? And there's like a bunch of other versions too, like of different blue film videos that all have millions and millions and millions of views. And I was very confused. But it turns out the Blue Film is an Indian porn company. And so people in India are just Googling Blue Film and clicking on his video.
Oh my God.
Just because it's like one of the top things.
Wait, wasn't Blue one of the band names in a country that we...
Wait, what?
When we were talking about the band names earlier, one of them was Blue, and I was like, that's weird.
Oh, maybe. Was it Blue Film? Also, 29 billion views on YouTube is, according to the internet, somewhere between $60,000 and $350,000. So he just recorded himself saying the words blue film, put it on YouTube, and then enough Indian people clicked on it that it made him like hundreds of thousands of dollars. His net worth from just his YouTube account is somewhere between $360,000 and $2.2 million. But he has uploaded 60,000 videos. This is like a crazy business model because nobody's doing this. He thought he was one of the first people to do this pronunciation thing. So anytime people are like, how do you say that word? And you just Google it, like he's coming up a lot in the feed and getting YouTube clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, even if they're not looking for that.
Right, exactly. It's a crazy, it's kind of ingenious to think of something that's constant, like forever people will be Googling how to pronounce things.
Yeah.
And he will come up.
Good topic. Wait, I did Google. The color blue isn't banned in Italy, but the name blue is not allowed due to a 2000 presidential decree requiring a child's name to clearly correspond to their sex. Officials have argued that the color blue is not an unequivocally female name, leading to court orders for parents to change the name of their children given its designation.
What the fuck?
It's insane. Yeah.
Wait, is that saying like you can't name
They're girl blue.
girl boy names and you can't name... So you can't name boys pink either?
Probably not.
Oh my gosh, people are way too worried about the wrong things all the time. I mean, just let a kid be named whatever, and then when they get to the age where they're like, I don't want to be named this anymore, they can
They can change it.
change it and then hate their parents. You don't have to have a law about it.
Yeah. Good topic. I forgot we talked about doing that.
We talked about it a couple times, and I was like, all right, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot to look up his Instagram. Maybe I should follow him. I'm assuming it's mostly wine. But I'm also just kind of mad that he came up with like a YouTube money-making device where like it must not take that much time to make. Like each of those videos are like 30 seconds long.
Mm-hmm. We can do it too.
Should we start making our own competing pronunciation videos?
Yeah.
With what we think the pronunciation should be.
And do it different than him every time.
All right. Our dog's walking into the room, so it's time to say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Piper.
Good night. Good night.
Was that your Piper impression?
Good night. Good night. Good night.
I thought you changed your voice on your last night. You're like, good night.
No.
Like a dog voice. What is our dog's voice in your head?
Hi, I'm Piper.
Sounds a lot like your voice.
I don't think she has a voice in my head.
Well, she's right behind you. Don't let her hear.
What is her voice in your head?
I think it's kind of high-pitched and silly.
Mm.
But I won't do an impression of it.
She's kind of serious sometimes. Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Have you ever transcended space and time?
Yes. No. Time, not space. No, I don't know what you're talking about.